Man.
Hopefully, people will notice what we're on.
Well, currently we're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X.
All
We
right.
we was yeah. Yesterday I didn't share the show tonight. How crazy is that?
What now?
I didn't send the that we're gonna be live tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So man, craziness after craziness. What do you think about it, Ron? I know we was discussing it on the live drives, but one of the top issues, I don't think it's actually was in the news, but if you go like on YouTube or any social platform, there is that one line in the latest movie they got out that's based on a video game. They say that dude said that one line, and everybody starts throwing stuff to the screen like drinks, popcorn, mostly drinks and popcorn, but that's just about it. And I think I told you about that one time about kids being disrespectful. They are they they just they just want to be like stupid and stuff like that. We've seen this happen before with the Minions movie, well, one of the Minions movie, and then you got one with two movies where people would just switch between two movies. One of that was shown on that particular year,
Oh, yeah.
and and it's to show you that who needs movie theaters where I could just grab this, and with a push of a button, I'd be watching a new movie, and I can have all the Doritos you want because usually you're not supposed to have Doritos in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Shoot, what do you think about that, Brian? And I know you're the luckiest one. You said that the one time that the nearest movie theater is actually at the next town over, but for me, it's a 90-minute drive.
Yeah.
So why do you want to pay for just to get there, get the tickets, get the snacks, and hope you didn't miss much of you know, and hope and pray you didn't miss the start of the movie, all
Right.
because you was late.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's still a good thing that we can stream movies at home.
hmm
And I think they can make it. Oh,
I just took some water. I'm sorry. Keep going.
all right. And yeah, I think we should be able to stream any movie. I mean, we got Max and we got some other movie stuff, different channels, and I think we can um, just set up a subscription if you want, or
hmm
something that would include different channels, and and like Netflix or Paramount Plus or whatever. Which I pay for that, and I don't even watch much of it, but I pay for that. But
Yeah,
I have it for emergencies.
yeah. Just in case you have bad weather and everything starts going haywire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that may be true.
and and but to stream it at home on your phone or your computer, I think that's a better way to go.
Mhm. Yeah, like and like I said, you can have all the Doritos you want. You can even bring your own boobs if you want.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the type of stuff you don't bring in the movie theater.
Yeah, but I don't drink anymore, so alcohol products anyway.
Mhm. I don't know what Bill may say about it.
Well, I mean, once in a while I'll have a beer.
Yeah, but not all the
But
time. Not all the time.
right,
My mother was the
no.
same way too.
But I just have a caution about the medication that I take, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't want to drink it on a regular
Mhm.
basis. Yeah, I just got two, and then I got new medications that would probably not react well with the alcohol. So,
Yeah, I don't wanna. Hang on, I just gotta do one more thing. I'm gonna go on mute.
okay. Alright. Nobody watching it. Okay, I'll get that later. Where is everybody? What the hell?
Yeah, I forgot there was another program coming on, and I'm just tuning in right now. Sorry about that. Got a little bit
Oh
off
boy.
focus. So, anyway, so yeah, well, we got one, but I'm not sure does. Okay, never mind. All
Oh,
right,
that's where you're.
yeah. I always seem to get that one person on Twitch, and it's either not chatting or they just want to, or just want me to sell stuff, and I was having none of it.
Okay. Okay.
So, anyway, well, that was issue number one when it comes to about the movie theater fiasco. But in case if you was still living under a rock, so Nintendo has announced that they'll be releasing the Nintendo Switch 2, which is like a little it's like a next gen console release they're going to be having, and I think it's supposed to come out in the summer with
Okay.
pre-orders starting potentially now, unless. But I've been hearing there has been some delays because of the issues with Washington. But I can't. If people, let me show you about the console. The Switch 2 is going to be about $500, but
Wow.
each game that they're going to have is placed between $80 to $90.
Wow. That's
And
too
that's the
expensive for
plan that
me.
GTA 6 wants to have.
Huh. Yeah, that's too
I
expensive for me.
agree with the community when it comes to these high-end games. Its price for quite some time, it's for those high-end games has been definitely been $60. Whereas an indie can go from 20 to about maybe $40, but mostly
Yeah.
20. How can people be if people cannot afford the full price of the regular edition of a popular game? How could people will react if they had to pay $90 for a regular edition video game?
Yeah.
Somebody could at least do answer me that question. You see the free to play in the independents. I mean, I could go like either to Steam or the Microsoft Store on my Xbox.
Oh,
And they
okay.
usually have good, decent prices when it comes to indie games. But when it comes to badass, hardcore, triple A, they call it, they want 60. Well, 60 for the regular edition, but if you want the premium edition, they want 100. And usually, if you get the premium edition, you can enjoy the game before anybody else.
Yeah.
They give you a week in advance to give it to you in advance, which was, I mean, I may have mixed words about that. Get the premium edition, you'll be enjoying it now, but those with the standard will have to wait a week.
Oh, that's
So,
crazy.
but yeah, an actual price for a AAA is about $60. If you try to put $90 on newer games, who's gonna buy it?
I can afford it.
Right,
So,
right. So yeah, yeah. I wasn't there yesterday on your attempted dry polling stream until you notice about the holder being broke, which you was able to fix.
yeah, somehow it wasn't broken. I don't know why it wasn't working though. Yeah, maybe I
Right.
kept hitting the wrong button somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
I mean, yeah.
but I figured it out. It still worked. But I still got the other one. So,
Yeah.
I mean, now I got an extra one. That's good.
Well, that's good news. That's good
Yeah.
news. Yeah. And as you mentioned, you're feeling a lot better, but the worst is yet to come.
Still working through the process.
Right.
So,
Like
yeah.
whenever Batman, the Adam West Batman,
Yeah.
when they do like the part two edition of the known episode, the worst is yet to come.
Oh, yeah.
So like how Adam West has got more issues as they go into the next into the episode coming up. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I mean, Adam West is a good guy. I believe he's still living as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I like him. I mean, as far as an actor.
Yeah. And we did have actors that came and go in the lickety split. And I think that's how it works. That's how it works. Sometimes you go through fame and fortune and you just gotta be like a regular person. You're just not just a face on the TV, you're a face for pretty much everybody. Even if you
Yeah.
don't see it that way, you're still a face for everybody. I mean, like I know like people today is like saying TV is the root of all evil, just like money. But hey, go to those events, participate in those events, and you will know there is no difference. You're there because you want to be there. I mean, I've been to two WWE events, and the faces are the same as if you saw on TV. Now they may not have time to be conversing with someone, but at least you get to see the face.
Yeah.
And you know that everybody knows that even though it's entertainment, it's not real, it's still real. You get what I'm saying? So so yeah, if you want to participate in events, that's you, never me.
Yeah. I just saw a pregnant woman getting arrested for drunk driving. What the hell is she doing?
Oh wow, damn.
Yeah.
Mm. And it didn't caught the eye of attention yesterday, but Discord unironically suffered a API issue that was pretty much was brief. It didn't caught my attention, but I know for some users were reporting issues with Discord,
Oh,
but it was quickly was resolved. I think it took about like maybe 30 minutes to an hour to resolve it.
yeah.
Something about API latency issues.
Oh, okay.
All right. I just can't believe we only just got that lone viewer on Twitch, nobody chatting. People forgot. I know I shared it. I shared it on the Discord and on the Teams chat. And of course, when MWAT's over and shut, everybody just leaves, so I never shared it there.
Well, we're having some trouble with getting the messages out.
Right. So, like I said, this might be a early cut for us, but we're already about 18 minutes in.
Yeah.
Just to be, I'm just trying to find the right one. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So,
Okay, I don't know what all that means.
yeah.
Oh
You,
well.
now, you know, I am a big fanatic when it comes to web based receivers,
Okay.
but they're mostly are either for medium or AM and shortwave, including the amateur bands and CB. There is one out there that does FM now. You will be able to
Okay.
listen to web based FM receivers. So, and I thought that was a good idea. I thought that was a good idea having a web based FM receivers spawning all around. Now, the question is, will you be able to get a web based TV receiver so that people can listen to OTA television? And that's going to be a difficult thing to do because
Huh.
usually when it comes to this type of receiving protocol, you're probably going to get sued more easily than if you do with a radio receiver.
Yeah.
Because there was like a service out there that used to like you be able to watch the stations from your nearby location, and they were trying to get more people to sign on in, but they were hit with a big lawsuit and they didn't get what they needed, so they shut down. I think it was a copyright
Mm.
violation they had. They were trying to commence markets, but were not doing the right channels. Like they were
Okay.
not like they're not supposed to be in possession of these licenses so they can retransmit. But then there's like I know, like you can get legal TV regardless if it's on a coaxial cable or over the internet, and there might be some black market cable, IPTV. I don't want to go any further details on it, but yeah. But now these days, you really don't need cable. You really don't need those channels.
Mm.
What I'm watching now on TV is coming from YouTube.
Okay.
So, so yeah, who needs cable today? I know you probably might need you love your TV.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my uncle loves his TV, but I don't have to have what they have today. I love it, but will I be watching the stations?
Right.
Yeah. So like, I got. So yeah, entertainment is great, but how you're gonna get the entertainment is a question you must answer before your own self.
Yeah.
Do you think I can go with cable television, or do you think I'll just get the internet from them, and I can be watching Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whatever? And and do I need like a streaming dongle? Most people who buy TVs will get a streaming dongle for sure, unless it's a Roku TV or a television that's embedded with the Android operating system. That's
Okay.
when. But mine's got that. I got integrated Comcast built into the T by Vizio, but the operating system is a proprietary format. So anything that is proprietary to the production, let's just say like your Samsung has their own system, LG has their own system, Vizio has their own system. If it's not a Roku TV or Android TV, that's when you might want to get a box, like an Android television box or a Roku box, so you can get the right stuff. But
Okay.
mine's also got integrated Chromecast. I don't mind using integrated Chromecast over the apps they give you.
Yeah,
And
I have Samsung TV.
yeah, I mean, Samsung's got some good features, but a newer Samsung will get you gaming. You ever thought about
Uh-huh.
that?
No.
A newer Samsung, a newer LG, or a newer Fire Stick will give you gaming.
Okay.
I think Amazon has a partnership with Xbox or Microsoft to have a special app on their Fire Stick, and you'll be enjoying Game Pass from the Fire Stick. I didn't need an Xbox. Did you not know the best streaming dongle that you could ever can have, even though it's super duper expensive, is your own computer?
Uh,
You didn't know about that.
no.
With today's computers with I could just hook that up to the back of the HDMI, set it all up, and you just grab yourself like a media remote or a media KM. And guess what? I'm enjoying content and chatting. That's something you
Mm.
don't do on a regular device. But on a computer, you can just hook it up to your TV and you just grab your keyboard and mouse, start chatting. How cool is that?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. So 25 minutes in. At least we do finally got a viewer on our YouTube in.
Yeah.
All right. So Um, so let's see. So I talked about the two issues we had. Oh yeah, there's a third one. How how could a world leader place a tariff on something
Yeah.
that is not that doesn't even have a settlement or humans living in it? The only creatures that is living is just otters and penguins. So
Hmm.
why put a tariff on that island where there's nobody there? Just otters and penguins.
Who owns the island?
The island, and I forgot the first part, but it was something in McDonald's Island. I forgot the first part.
Okay.
But as I mentioned, it's all nothing but otters and penguins. The onlyest time that humans stepped on that island was just a scientific expedition. Nobody
Hmm.
else has done it since then. That's just wasted potential. And truth be told, everybody has experiences of wasted potential, myself included. I have potential that's probably just wish you didn't even do it. You didn't even do it. In
Yeah.
2018, and we had conference last weekend. In 2018, when the new president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Russell M. Nelson, said something about wasted potential when it comes to his people. He was being serious. He was being serious. Mhm.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have wasted potential when it comes to our duties, and I think it's been time that we need to fix it. And I do believe that's true. I need to fix myself when it comes to my duties. I need to start prioritizing on what Jesus may want with the duties and use it while being a waste of time. And so you gotta like put the effort, put that shoulder in the wheel, if one's off to say that. Because like every once in a while on a regular Sunday, I'm I'm either playing the piano, but we do have an automatic piano, so I don't have to do this. Or I'll be doing like like we call it the sacrament. I know the Catholics call it communion, but we call it the sacrament or the Lord's Supper. We do that every Sunday after the opening portions before any talks or testimonies we be doing.
Hmm.
And and we need to it's like I said, we need to focus on the duties rather than wasting our time not doing it. And you may think you're doing it, but we don't.
Oh, okay.
So you either put that shoulder to the wheel or just don't do it at all. But then you might have to meet your maker at the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah. So anything at your end? Sure, you might want to talk about the procedure. you did over the weekend.
Oh, on Friday I had a cardiac angiogram,
Mm-hmm.
and that involves using a catheter and sending it up your arm from your
Mm-hmm.
wrist. And if there isn't any blockage in the main vein on the arm, then it's cleared. That everything else is okay. And they didn't have to go through the groin, which is a good thing. That would have been all bruised down there if that was a problem.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did
but
they put
then
that stent as
I,
they?
I didn't have to get a stent.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was no blockage, so didn't need a stent. And the problem was low calcium.
Oh wow. I just can't believe it. And that can contribute to the AFib. It may not have a direct approach to the AFib, but let's just say that it could probably do something with your heart.
Yeah, low calcium was a result of a thyroid issue. So they
Yeah.
had to do a thyroid ultrascan.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So now they're gonna have to correct that calcium issue.
yeah, we're doing good. We got up to 2.4, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
I was
in
under
your
1.
yeah. So you're talking about good numbers or bad numbers?
Good numbers.
Good numbers.
It's over 2, and it's 2.4. And that might be because I have to take these calcium tablets, 500 milligram tablets.
Yeah. You really
And
don't have to show it to them, but yeah.
yeah, I got to take 4 of them once a day, which I just did. So as I take those once a day, it should help build that calcium.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's no fun. But they had to
And,
keep me in the hospital for 4 days.
yeah. Now I'm just a little bit curious. Are you hearing the TV in the living room and in my uncle's room, or it's good?
I don't think I hear it enough. So
Okay,
it should
because
be.
my cousin who transformed into a bedroom at night usually listens to all that metal crap. My
Oh,
uncle likes his Eddie Griffin and Hogan's Arrows or Beverly Hillbillies,
oh yeah,
Green Acres, all the great old shows that was great back in the day.
yeah,
Back when TV was good.
right.
Now it's a broader selection. Almost everything's a broader selection now. If
Yeah.
one's up to say that.
Well, I guess we'll just go an hour then. Since nobody's here.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I just also noticed that when you called me, you was already at Wyndham. No driving stream and stuff because you was just like just there to do what you gotta do, and it's like, oh shoot, Well, I just got my holder fixed. Let me do a drywall stream then.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I did call you before I drove home, so
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I missed the one. I missed the drive home from yesterday, but I know it was cut short
yeah, 'cause
because I
somehow
got
that
busy. There was
that
a showcase going on. I had to go to the store, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh crap. But then I just replayed it because I noticed about how long the video was, so I just watched the replay, and it's like, oh damn. Don't I mean my first thought when I saw that was, damn it, Ron, you cannot be thinking negative. And Amanda, and if you was at the guild, if it was in the, if you was in the team's chat, she'll tell you, relax,
yeah,
relax.
yeah, but it's all her comment.
Well, well, relax, or if you had that defibrillator embedded in your heart, we'll push that. We'll send a signal to it, and it's like boom. I just wish we could do that. Have like a little friendly defibrillator that uses social media, and every
Oh
time
boy.
you want to be mad or angry, we'll just hit that button.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know that's something that nobody's gonna do, but
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
it's all hacker technology that nobody's gonna use.
Yeah, everything's hackable.
Yeah. So, one time I think you was still in Pine Bush. We talked about having a you know microwaves. They're like the best things that anybody can have. I just wish there was a way, like you put your coat, you put like your water bottle or your beer into that capsule. You push a button, and about 30 seconds, it's already ice freaking cold.
Oh yeah.
Why we can't have that compared to a microwave?
I don't know.
Mm, I'm very- the thing about streaming TV was something that was boggling my mind when I was going to school. And I just
Oh
had to let
well.
the cat out of the bag, and then everybody starts doing it.
Okay.
I mean, the cat's out of the bag. I had a feeling back at school that that was going to happen. No need for cable, no need for satellite. You just need one internet line, and you get the same freaking channels, including your locals.
I need a bathroom break, so can you hold on or talk to them?
If there's anybody on, we also got about 20 minutes, so try to hurry back.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's the other thing about this condition is it makes you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think we had that problem before.
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. I'll
Yeah.
still have my headphones on, so if you're talking, I'll hear you.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Want me to take you out of the stage?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so let me tell you about a funny story about when Ron had to go use the bathroom. This was about 2 years ago. Like he had to make those frequent stops from where he's at, from his big stops to the Pine Bush. So he was almost to New York at the border at Matamoros, Pennsylvania. And he had to go pee. So he took a pit stop at Matamoros just to find a gas station so that he could go pee and be on his way. I didn't see it live, set, but I saw it after the fact, after he got off the air. But he thought he had the arrow, the left turn arrow to go left. and and when he made the turn, there were already people going out the other end, but in the opposite direction. Just if those cars would have moved another freaking inch or foot, you'd be mentioned by Ron will not be in Pine Bush in that year. But luckily they all stopped and it's like, I got it. I thought I had the error. But yeah, he made it to Pine Bush that year. I think another Pine Bush story, I forgot when, but Skywatcher Bill, his friend, he Bill actually let Ron try one of his racing games. He wasn't too saucy on that. And I thought that was the most craziest thing that we could ever have. Let Ron try out a video game. And we tried to convince Bill and Ron to let Ron. We tried to convince Bill to try a shooter, which I don't think he did any shooting while he was at the military. He was more like in the bridge, and he can tell you more about it probably next time. That he's like one of the greatest things that anybody can happen, and he'll tell you some good Navy stories. Just still could win, but stories from people at his age, they will never get old. I can tell you the one for the last senior missionary couple. His job was to deliver a speech or he's not gonna take the walk. And he didn't waste no time for it. I mean, when it was my last day in my senior year, I wasted no time. I just did my paper and I was free. Because all I had to do in my senior year, I went the full year. But you can skip the last hour, the last block, and head on early. So in my fall, all I had was major courses, but I still had to take the minor ones. So in the fall, I had the major courses I need to do, and then I had the minor ones. And at the end, I still got away. I didn't have a good school life, but I had help. And even after today, I wish I had something better than that. And I just want to let you know that maybe if anybody may have like a better, if you were up to go back to your school days, what would you do better or more? And why would you do that? Would it then improve your lifestyle, your choices, your decision making? even if you even if you believe in the power of second chances after the life after this life, like reincarnation, and you're trying to not to think about the past life. It's crazy. Um, because sometimes God does to tell you about what you probably did not do in your first life, you might be able to do it in your next one. And I think that stands firm today. Sometimes you might get a second chance. So it's an endless cycle that people will endeavor on by. And it's just crazy. It's not crazy, but it's what people believes. What kind of abilities and powers you may have in your possession, how to use it, when to use it. And I told you once before about wasted potential. You gotta try to balance it out to find out if you got what you need to make it work. And I think in the world today, people I don't want to see people wasting time or wasting anybody else's time. And so like I said, it's like you're either gonna fix the problem or are you it's like this, are you really watching or listening to your stuff, or are you going to fix the problem? If you're just gonna make some type of excuse, you don't need to be here. You just don't. You just really don't. People just don't know about. And I hate it's supposed to be an inform you night group in one of my Facebook groups that I was just rejoined. But people wants to be stupid. People wants don't want to know, don't want to f around and find out. And then we got to be the ones to find out. And then there's a big fight. Like, come on, people. Ask somebody, anybody. Go there, ask, tell them what's going to happen, because you're not going to get the right answers. You're not going to get the right answers on socials. Honest. And that's the problem we have today. Most people will never know. Instead of taking it to the socials, take it to the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just yeah. I'm pretty darn sure you probably may have caught it, but yeah, people should just take it to the streets than to the socials, because you're not going to get the right answers, even if it's even if the satiricals are there or the serious is there, but it's going to be mostly be satiricals.
Yeah. Um, Over the weekend, they had the Hands Off 2025 protests
Mm-hmm.
against Elon Musk and Trump. And that was stupid. And it was like, what are you guys protesting for? They didn't have an answer. They never answered. They're never clear about what they're protesting on. They
I
just
know
yell,
there's a lot of problems with the deportations and the protests and all of that.
well, they're here illegally. They need to go.
Yeah.
They don't belong here. I don't care what
Now
state
there's
they're
a
in.
problem about the people that were there was no process. They just swoop them and brought them to El Salvador, regardless of their status.
Well, the
And
status was to cross the border illegally, no matter how long ago.
yeah.
And
Yeah, but most of the times they probably just could have just legit forgot about it. Let them be.
they can easily, if they don't have any crimes that's on record, they can easily get a license and citizenship.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I was told that Trump did a revised app that lets people know, okay, you want me to go? I don't have the because I don't have the stuff. I can do it, and once I get the stuff, I can come back.
yeah,
Just affirm that okay, I'll leave. I'll do things right, so it can be your way, and everybody and I'll be a citizen then.
yeah, if they do that, that would be super. So we need people here from other countries to help us do some amazing things.
Yeah.
But we don't need them here illegally.
Mm-hmm.
We want them here right.
Yeah.
And so if it's not right, then they need to go.
That's it. That's it.
And it's sad that when a guy that's been in the United States for 30 years or so,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a grandfather or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is, during those 30 years, he had 30 years to apply for his citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that would have taken place, he probably would have gotten it.
That's it.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that it's like saying Trump's version is a lot more better than Biden's, but yeah.
yeah, it gives them a chance to come back. Now, if you don't turn yourself in and use the app and get deported nicely, uh,
Yeah,
then yeah, you're
that's
going to face the consequences. And if you have to get
yeah.
arrested and detained or whatever, and then you got to get taken away, you're not coming back ever.
Oh no, no. Well, anyway, 54 minutes in. What are you thinking?
You want to go early? Or you
Yeah,
want to wait?
all right. Yeah, because like I said, this is something that's gonna let you know that hey, you're still here. Figure out what's been going on and stuff like that. Just like a little standard update or weekend review. One of the two.
Okay.
All right. So all it is to the factory rejects. And remember, we are all on these following platforms: Mixler, Podbean, YouTube, X, Trouble, Rumble, Twitch, me, myself, and I, and Inside Gray. We encourage you all to pause and scan this QR code, for donations are desperately needed. Because as one man will say, we don't want to be ghosts. We want to hunt ghosts. Especially if you had to carry one of these canoes.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
All right, yeah. Well, hey, that took us up to 7:57, so there you go. That's pretty close. You can go
Yeah.
ahead and hit the button.
Yes. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all for watching.